You're listening to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Truly Unruly with Marcus and Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. That's Marcus. That's Jessica.
Hey.
How are you guys doing?
Doing well, my brother, doing well.
Yep. How are you, Kel?
I'm good. Just got out the sauna here at the house, so I'm feeling good and nice and loose and all that. I like your sunglasses, Jess. You look like you do a lot of acid.
Rock star shit.
Maybe I do.
Well, no, when I see like yellow lens glasses, I just think of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. So I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but it reminds me of that. Anywho,
but I can imagine.
Yeah. Great movie. So we have a really, really, really dope email because it is from somebody that is, I don't want to say outside of our demographic, but I guess it's just something I wouldn't expect. But on this show, the fuck, like anything can happen, right? So yes. I'm going to read this to you guys and let me know what you think. Here we go. Hi, Trufants. I was a big fan of Marcus during his playing days, and now I'm a fan of your podcast, Go Cougs.
Right on.
I'm a white male who has been dating a black woman for the last 5 months. I like her a lot, and she's ready to take the next step to introduce me to her family. I'm a bit nervous since she's never brought a white man home, and I'm afraid they may judge or not approve our relationship. How can I prepare myself for this first meeting of her family? Thanks. He got invited to the cookout, guys.
Ooh.
Well, first, it's not, 19. It's not the 1940s, 50s. So, especially in a black home, I think they're accepting of all races, ethnicities, all of that. I think they're more accepting than we've had a conversation about this. We love to date outside of our race. So for that reason, I think they will definitely be accepting of you. They might, be a little standoffish, but maybe not. If you're invited to the cookout, as Kel said, you're a part of the family already. So any advice I would give is just to be yourself and don't be like, what was that movie that came out?
The one with the fat guy that's kind of skinny now.
Yeah, Jonah Hill.
Yeah, Jonah Hill.
Whatever the name of that movie was.
And Lauren London, right?
Yeah, and Lauren London.
Yeah.
Don't be like Jonah Hill's parents and say a bunch of cliche shit.
I love your hair. And
right. No microaggressions. Just be yourself. And I think you'll do fine.
Well, black families, especially older black people, sayings like, if she can't use your comb, then don't bring her home and all that stuff.
It's not 1920.
Some of that stuff still does. That. You ain't never heard that one? That's the one.
He says it all the time.
That's the one right there that I used to hear back when I was young, right? To some of my older cousins and different stuff like that. I was dating and bringing different girls like to the holidays and different stuff like that. But I think that black people, just like Jess said, we're really accepting of others into the family. And
you have no choice.
My advice for this guy, just like Jess said, is be yourself and don't overdo it. Just be yourself. Do what got you in with your lady, right? And to be honest, you want the family to like you and all this kind of stuff, but when it comes down to it,
they've only been dating 5 months.
I know,
you got to date the family too. I'm sorry.
You really don't have to date the family. I don't think so.
Okay,
I don't know if that's true.
Her family could be a very intricate part. They could be a very close-knit family, and it makes you not want to deviate.
Right, but it shouldn't be the focus. It will make things tough, but if he focuses on the girl first and shows her all of the respect in the world and loves her the most and does all these things, then the family,
back on her family.
the family has to respect that, I think, right? I mean, if I put myself in that position, you have to respect the man that is going to respect your daughter, right? Yeah, different cultures, and they got to learn things. They got to figure things out, and he may not be able to understand certain things, but that's just the way of the world. But be yourself, be corny, be square. If that's you, and if you're cool and you're calm and you got your slang and all that, but don't force it and do the weird stuff. I think that's the worst thing you could do.
And be willing to learn. If you say something that, you know, you might get a little bit of a look for, take the note. Don't get all offended and up in arms, and move on. Move on. And over time, they will see how you treat their, you know, daughter, cousin, sister, whatever, and they'll grow to love you.
I wonder what type
Just don't fuck it up.
Guy he is. Is he like, because there's
has she met his family?
That's very true.
And how did that go?
Interesting. That should be the follow-up, and we might have to follow up with this gentleman because we're giving such good advice.
Yeah, we want to know, how did it go?
What if he shows up and she has like some cousins or some brothers that decide to try him? How does he maneuver in that situation?
You know, I am not feeling well. Babe, I'm not. I have a headache. I can't. You leave.
We gotta go.
You find any excuse to leave, and then you try it again a little later. Like that was your intro. They know you're there. They know you're with their sister or cousin or whatever. And then try again. Come back. Try it again.
Totally disagree. And this is from a man's point of view, right? I think this is his opportunity. This is his time to shine. Okay.
To shine?
Yeah. I'm me. I'm going to be myself. I'm not going to back down. I love this woman, or I like this woman. They're just getting to know each other or whatever. I like this woman. There's people coming up to me and they're trying me or whatever. They're trying to make me feel uncomfortable. I'm not going to back down. I'm going to do it in my own way. I may not have to fight you per se, but I'm not going to back down from that, right?
So then it's going to be like the movies where they're like, oh, I do see him.
Yep.
Yeah.
It could be like that. I had that script in my mind too. So that's how it could be. It could be an opportunity to show what he's going to do in a stressful situation, and the girl might like that. The family might not like it right away, but they got to respect it if you stand up for yourself.
Again, watch it, because you might get your ass
That's fine. And you get your ass whooped, and that happens, right?
And you still come back.
Especially if these gentlemen
then they'll respect you.
Is from the street. People get whooped, and you got to deal with that, and you come back and you stand.
He's from the street.
No, I'm saying the people that is trying.
Did he say go Cougs? He's not from the street.
You could be a Coug and be from the streets. I know some cats from the streets that was Cougs. Go Cougs.
He's from the Palouse. So but my thing is, if I've been with a chick for 4 or 5 months, I'm not about to get my ass whooped and get jumped over her. Like, for what?
You might love her though, Kel. And you might see something. A twinkle in her eye. Man.
I don't love her that much. This is kind of off topic, but this is funny. I had looked this up, and do you know that there's a book that's called The White Man's Guide to Dating Black Women? And it's written by a man named Adam White, who I believe is a white man. And the ratings aren't
Adam White, are you serious?
Guys, the ratings aren't too high on Amazon. It's a 3.2. But it's like, if you're a white man interested in dating black women, this book shows you how to make it happen. Learn about how black women think, what they like, what they don't like to see in white men, and where and how to go about initiating relationships with black women. Find out how to cope with public reaction to interracial couples, and learn how to counteract the psychological inhibitions that can hold you back from getting involved. I think this is really funny.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. White people just have the answer to everything. All things race relate. Like, from white fragility, even though I did read that book, and I did enjoy reading that. From white fragility to how to date a black. What do you mean? How do you know how black women think? How do you know? You don't know. Let me guess. You dated maybe one, and I bet you he hasn't dated any. He's just going off of being a white male. I have no
Right.
idea.
I think it's a
Sorry,
little bit.
Dylan. We're always bashing white males.
I think it's a little bit deeper than that, or I guess it's not so deep. People nowadays, people want to make money off anything, right? So this dude
Right.
probably just pulled
What?
this out of a hat and created a book, I'm saying, from
But I'm
nowhere.
just saying,
Probably doesn't have any knowledge of anything. He probably doesn't even date.
That's what
right? Right, yeah. That's probably, yeah, that's exactly what you said. But people come up with anything to put online to sell it, and there's going to be some people that are crazy enough to buy it. There's some reviews, Kel.
I was going to say he sold something.
Just like you said, they're at 3.2. I don't know, is that out of 10 or is that out of 5? It makes a
5.
difference.
That's out of 5.
Are there books by like black men?
Yep.
How to date a white woman?
There's a book
Probably.
for everything.
Is
Probably.
there
There's a
book for
podcast for everything.
You guys want to see something else that's wild that I found here? This is an article by Stanford Law. Okay, so by Stanford's
Ooh.
law school, why more black women should consider marrying white men, and it's written by a black dude. And I don't fully agree with this. He pretty much is saying that the effects of racism have left well-educated black women with not that many, I guess, is what it sounds like, educated black male partners. And according to the Brookings Institute data, black men are less likely than black women have completed high school and 50% likely less to attain a 4-year college degree. Yet, despite the shortage of suitable black partners, black women will have also been the least likely of any minority group to marry outside of their race.
Now,
where's Dr.
most
Umar
black
when you
men-
need him? Where is Dr. Umar
I
when
watched
you need him?
Dr. Umar today
Yeah.
too. I was
Where
like,
is he?
ooh,
You need to get him on the show
ooh.
immediately.
First of all, and he mentioned black white people locking up black dads and stuff.
Yeah.
To say that black men are, don't graduate or uneducated, black man, you know the reason why. You know all of
Right.
this. So why are you going to sit there and say it's coming back to a little bit of self-hate here? That's what I feel like. And hate for your culture, your past, your present, everything. I think that is so fucking outlandish. And there are so many educated black men around this country, not in Washington.
Wait, hey, easy,
But
easy.
I mean, there's educated, but there's not an abundance
in Tacoma,
of
there
black
is.
men in general
In Tacoma, there is.
in Washington.
Shout out to
Not
the team.
at
Shout out to the 253.
Not saying they're not. No, there are some very many educated black men here, but they're
Clean
only
it up.
like
Yep, clean it
there's
up.
only a handful of us here. I'm just saying, like when you go to DC or so, you're gonna have
Okay, the black
so
professionals.
many
The
more.
black professionals. Just
right, so many more
off the
options.
sheer numbers.
Right, but I keep bringing it
Understand
back to
that.
Washington because I only know Washington, and I know in Washington there's about 5 black men.
Me, Kel, I still call
I'm
you
in
from
Washington, brother.
Kel. Yeah. I know you out of state, but
Dylon.
Did you see that on social media?
Yes, that's why I was talking.
Yeah, that
He was
Dylon said that
crying
Dave
about
Chappelle pretty much ruined
Ruined
his
his
career.
career.
Yeah, because he did the Dylon skit.
He
yeah.
said, I would call and they'd be like, nah, you're the guy from the Dave Chappelle skit. No, he was like really upset about it.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle, you're ruining lives.
I spit hot fire.
That's
My thing
stupid.
is like, I don't like it when people say, oh, well, uneducated. It's like, because someone didn't go to college, that does not make them stupid. It does not make them dumb. They may have taken interest in something else.
Right.
They may have invested their time and they're wanting to learn of something else in some other kind
anything,
of way,
right.
trade or light. So like to sit here and say, oh, well, most black men aren't educated and don't have this and that. It's like, I know plenty of black men who did not go to college, who are very successful. So like, I kind of like take offense to that because I'm like, well, what are you trying to say?
As
because
you
I know a
should.
lot of quote unquote educated cats out here that gone to college that still live at home with their parents because they're paying off school loans and don't have shit to show for it, because what they were told in college is by the time they graduated that they should be entitled to a 100K, 200K paying job, and they realize that
Lies.
that's not reality.
That's the system.
Lies.
Yeah, they get you in the system.
And remember, just because you went to college, you can still be stupid as fuck as well.
That part too.
I'm just saying,
part too.
you can still be dumb and have went and graduated with a degree from college. I think what he is saying and implying is playing into all of the stereotypes and all of those things. It is degrading black men, black people in general. It's such an ignorant, stupid fucking thing to say. And whoever this man is, you're fucking dumb. And I bet you wear like a low circular afro that's badly cut. And
no, he's bald-headed though. He's bald-headed.
Okay, well, he lost his circular afro.
Yeah, the natural's not cool no more.
I'm just saying, like, just
damn.
Actually, no, it's not. Okay. But yeah, I bet you he just looks like a Poindexter. Like
what's wrong with a Poindexter? You know, we have this conversation all the time about like being a nerd and not being cool and all this kind of stuff. There's somebody for everybody. And this goes back.
No, duh.
I know, but this goes back to the conversation of being yourself. And you don't have to, all right, if you're black, you got to act a certain way. If you're white, you got to act a certain way. Be yourself, be authentic. And that's
but
how
you're a product of your environment and you take on what your environment is. So yeah, you do act a certain way. If you're around black people and all that kind of, you do act that way. If you're around white people, you do. I don't know.
Not necessarily though. Like,
we're all human beings, but there are certain aspects that you pick up from being around your environment that is different,
right,
than other people's. I don't know.
Some parents do it on purpose though. There's kids that their parents go out of their way to make sure they get experiences that are quote unquote, and we talked about this on a different show, that are white people stuff. We take them to go
we did, and somebody brought it up to us
to do these different things, right? And I don't necessarily like that it's called black people stuff or white people stuff. That's not cool. These are things that I may want to do, and if I want to do them, I'm going to go do them, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to do it with a smile, and I will have no reservations. If I'm the only black dude in the building and you guys are going to see me, I'm going to enjoy myself and act like I own the room. I come into every room as me, right? I'm not trying to be XYZ.
Yeah, but you're a professional athlete. You get a little bit of a pass.
I know, but
you do.
All right,
you
okay.
don't. I don't
That's
think you've
fair.
ever walked in a room
fair.
in your professional career and felt like, oh,
that's
God,
fair. But I'm saying if I go somewhere,
all the time.
But if we go out of state or we do something and we're doing something that's quote unquote not of the black people culture, right? I'm okay with that. We want to experience everything. And that's what I'm saying, though. So we shouldn't get caught up in this game of this is what my community approves of. And this is for the white dude that is dating the black girl and all that kind of stuff. It goes for everything, I think. You can step outside of the box if you want to, but you just got to own it.
Right.
Quick math.
But you don't write a book like that.
Dylon.
No, but I think with you guys are so stupid. I feel like with this dude though, like when you're back to your point about, the whole Poindexter thing, it's like you could be as a Poindexter, you can be a nerd, you can be whatever, but just don't be self-hatred of your own people. Like I feel like to me that's what it comes down to. Is like you can be into what you're into, but like don't hate your own people. Don't fucking
write a book about how you hate yourself
and being a nerd
and your people.
Is actually like the cool now.
We're not even. Why are you labeling people?
I don't know,
it's
but
not
I'm
a nerd.
Okay,
it's people
well,
that are.
Give me some grace on this because I'm a little older. But the culture now, if you look at the kids and what we may have called nerds back in the day, things were a little bit tougher, of course, back in the 80s and 90s and all that kind of stuff, right? So these kids now, doing like the cartoonish stuff and the anime and different stuff that we may kind of look back
it's
and be
social
like,
media. Everybody has a place.
right, that's what I'm saying. Being different is cool now. If you're doing like the basic stuff, you're too basic, right?
So a nerd is being different.
I think so. I guess maybe I'm wrong.
What does it mean to be a nerd, Marcus?
I don't know. I don't know the definition to the letter of the law, but I'm saying being different and doing stuff that was outside of the box. Back when we was in school, people talked about you, right? If you were doing stuff that wasn't of the norm, about the way you dress and the music you listen to.
Well, you weren't a nerd. You were just white.
Right.
Sorry.
But you get what I'm saying. Now it's perceived as cool and, oh, he's a little bit different and he's doing his thing. He or she, excuse me.
All right. So maybe, this guy, oh, he's cool. He's doing his thing. I think I'm inspired. I can date a black woman now.
Are you talking about the white man?
Yeah. I'm back to that.
So this guy, he should just be himself.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I suggest he should do when he goes to the cookout is I feel like he should go around and introduce himself to everybody. He definitely should make sure of that. You walk around, you introduce yourself to everybody. Hi, I'm such and such's boyfriend. Nice to meet you. Nice to, you know what I'm saying? And show that respect, because I think that they'll definitely like him more if he does that. It's like, oh shit, he came in and introduced himself to everybody. Because here's the thing, if he comes in and just sits in the corner, that's when I think people will try him or fuck with him. Be like, yo, why ain't he talking to nobody? You know how black folks are. Black folks do not like it if someone comes in their house and does not speak.
And does not speak.
We've all had that where our grandmother's been like, how do they think they're going to come in my house and not acknowledge me or speak to nobody in this house?
I think that's just what you should do naturally in general, is just walk into somebody's house and speak. But also she can go around with him and introduce him instead of him walking around and hi. They might take it as, okay,
he's overdoing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Let her come around, just organic.
Well, that can still be organic, Jess, because he can be like, yo, I've been so excited to finally meet you all, even though he's fucking terrified. And be like, hi, I'm da-da-da-da-da. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to finally great to meet you guys, man. She's told me such great things about this family. And just kind of like, I don't want to like play it up, but just almost come in with confidence, where it's like, oh, this is a confident, secure dude. He's heard about us and he's excited to meet us and be a part of this. Because now it sounds like, oh, he wants to be involved. That's when I don't know. Every girl I've ever dated, I don't know if you ever done this, Marcus, and you've met a girl's family and it's like you go over to a party or a barbecue. Oh, hey, how can I help? Can I help with anything? You guys need me to grab anything? Like, do you need me to? You know what I'm saying?
Just that's it, Kel. That's the way. Right. Can I help?
Be involved.
Can I help?
Right.
How can I help you guys out?
And it's just be natural. Be approachable. Be normal, right? And that's really what it just comes down to. Can I help? Is there anything I could do, ma'am, sir? And all this kind of stuff. Do the basic stuff that you know you need to do for parents. Yeah. I'm trying to take your daughter down. I'm trying to do all this stuff, right? But you got to do the dance. And they know it. They understand it. They were once young too. So it's just about the respect thing and just be yourself. Do the dance. Do what you're supposed to do, but do it authentically.
Well, speaking of dance, don't do that if you can't do it. If they start playing music and you just give it a little bit more time before you bust out dance moves if you can't dance.
Does he have to know the electric slide?
Rejection.
Does he have to know the electric slide?
I don't know if the electric slide is like a real, is it?
And nobody do that no more?
Kids don't know the electric slide. They know the Cupid Shuffle.
We need a poll.
They know the cha-cha slide.
The electric slide at weddings.
They know the Macarena. I would think only black kids know the electric slide.
Everybody knows everything now because of social media. So you're wrong.
Here's my suggestion for him.
No, I'm right.
If there is a dance that her family does that is a rite of passage that this motherfucker don't know, he needs to approach and be like, I want to learn how to do this. Can you show me how to do this? And you go stand next to grandma and the
such
mom.
A movie. That's such a movie.
And you stand up there.
Tyler Perry, or is that?
But Jess, I feel like that goes back to the first point I made about being involved. And we said it earlier, like him wanting to learn about her culture, learn about her family. That's how you get involved. I want to learn. Y'all show me how to do this. Y'all, he can even play it up and joke around and be like, I got 2 left feet. I'm a white
Be okay
dude.
with joking on yourself. I like that.
Yeah, be okay
Right.
with
And then
snapping
be
on
okay with
yourself.
being made fun of.
That's secure. That's being secure with yourself.
Yeah.
That's okay. I like that.
That's it. I feel like if he follows that and he just, shows he's humble, he's happy, and he's willing to help, and he's willing to, learn about people's family and their culture, I feel like he'll do fucking fine.
Yep. I agree. Be open to it. Be yourself and show them that you really care for and like their girlfriend, granddaughter, whatever the case is. But yeah, just show them. Just show them. Just be yourself. Be yourself. That's it. And just be prepared for whatever might happen. Right. Just don't have any super high expectations or, just come in.
And this would be my advice too. Make sure you don't have to hover over your girl if you're uncomfortable, right? Make sure you can work the room a little bit and just be natural.
Work the room?
Not so much work. Wait.
Marcus said find an ally.
Wait. No, wait. I'm saying because it's uncomfortable if you have to like tag behind your girl when she's with all like the aunties and the sisters and stuff, and there's one dude over there. You can go over with the guys and you can go over with the brothers that might try you and all that kind of stuff, but just be comfortable in yourself and go over there and do that. It's okay. Don't nobody want to go to jail.
But Marcus, what if she don't leave him though? What if she feels like I gotta stay by his side the whole time?
That's okay. That's okay. That is okay. But for him to do it, I think is out of bounds. I think that's a foul. Jess, what do you think?
All right.
I don't know. If he's not comfortable, then I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I've never been to one of your functions and be like, oh, I got to run behind you. I go and talk to everybody. I've done everything.
That's because everybody's talking to you. I think Marcus forgets.
be forgetting. Hey, Jess, he be forgetting who he is sometimes.
I think so.
Well, not even like that though. I'm normal in my mind.
I have people that don't even address me first. They address him. It's so fucking disrespectful, but it's true. They will talk to him and sometimes not even talk to me. And it's like, the fuck? So yeah, I think you work the room. No, the room works.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to do,
Marcus,
okay.
Remember back in 2007?
They do.
When you played against the Redskins, you caught that interception and ran it back. I was at that game, man.
Yep. Newspaper clippings come out.
But
yep.
All I'm trying to say, and that's like the part that's to be expected.
Clippings.
But I'm saying for a gentleman that doesn't have the title of, I guess, the NFL or NBA, or I'm this type of guy, right? If you're in a room and your girl is not present physically in front of you, don't feel like you have to chase behind her, is all I'm trying to say. It's okay to be able to talk to the other males that are around, because that's usually how it works. I know my dad and them, and this is down in New Orleans, and all they do is talk a bunch of shit and drink and stuff at the barbecues and the family gatherings, and all the women are in the house, right?
He might not be comfortable. And so I think if he needs to follow her around the initial meet, Marcus, everybody is not an extrovert, number one.
I'm not an extrovert, but I'm saying a portion of it should be, I want to go and mingle with the man.
But
it looks good though. It looks good to the family if you can handle your own. It's a thing, and you don't have to go out and be the you don't have to be the belle of the ball. But if you want to go out and hang out where the men are, that's okay. Is all I'm saying.
That's weird, but everything you're saying is weird.
I don't think so. I don't think it's weird.
It is.
All the men are around the cooler.
Go hang out with the men. So you're saying that it's just gonna be a segregated party, guys.
Sometimes it is.
Guys over here, girls
a lot of
over here.
parties are like that, though.
A lot of parties are like that, especially with family.
Yeah, I've been to parties where like I've met a girl and like her uncle's like, hey, yeah, come on out back with us. We out back. All right, cool.
Now, if they invite you out back, that's great.
Well, that's all I'm saying. Don't be afraid to to
You didn't say that.
to jump into that
You
because
didn't
that's
say
how
that.
it happens. I know you can't see it from the male perspective, but that's how it goes.
Yeah, like he shouldn't even be afraid to be like, oh, all the men are in the back. Okay, what's up, fellas? I heard this is where all the men, where y'all are all hiding out. What's up? I'm such and such's boyfriend. Nice to meet y'all.
Right.
Can I grab a beer? Okay, cool. How y'all doing? Oh, what we got going? Just be involved. Like,
Right.
just be involved. Just don't be a little bitch. Like at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Don't be a fucking little bitch. Okay, like you like this girl, okay? You gonna if you find yourself wanting to deal with this girl for the rest of your life, you end up want to marry her or whatever, you're gonna have to get to know these people anyway. So first impressions are only one time. So you have only one time to fucking do this and do this right. So go be involved, go talk to people. If the dudes are in the back, go see what the motherfucking dudes are in the back. Oh, he came back here. Okay. Like,
my God.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd respect that. I would respect
That's what
that
I'm saying.
more
That's what I'm saying. And you get in with the family through that way.
I'm just playing the other side that maybe he isn't going to walk in there like, yeah.
Not out
blah,
the gate,
blah,
but
blah,
you
blah,
do
blah.
it, and you do it naturally. If they invite you, or okay, I'm gonna go grab a drink or something, and then you talk to the males, you introduce yourself, and it's just normal, casual conversation. It's organic. I'm not saying you force it and you make it weird or anything like that, but don't be afraid to step into that side. But if you're sitting in there with the women all day, all night, I think that
I didn't say that he is sitting with
you said
the
he needs to follow around this girl and all this kind of stuff.
No, but if he kind of wants to, just kind of be by her, and if she breaks off with her girlfriends, I would just kind of sit on the couch.
Well, you come back and check in.
I wouldn't go to the back and be like, hey, what are you guys doing back there? Nope.
Not like that. You do it in your way.
I would wait.
But the men in the back, most of the time, they don't want to be by their women anyway because they've been married for 10, 15 years anyway. So those are the guys
strictly referring to your family in New Orleans. Like they don't, it's like separate but equal.
It is.
So
it is.
I mean, my family be like that though too. Though, like all the women be upstairs,
that's country, right?
And they be at the dining room table talking, and my auntie be in the kitchen, and all of us would be dudes would be downstairs on the back patio where my Uncle Perry's barbecuing.
It's like being thrown to the wolves, though.
Hey, that's
black folks are like that. That's just how we do it.
Hazing part.
No.
Of it, and everybody's been
surrounded around the grill.
Everybody's been
like,
through
oh my God,
it. Everybody's been through it.
I don't want to be there.
I mean, and when you got with my aunties in them, it was crazy. And you got with my aunties in them, they can get a little intense. So,
right,
kind of the same process,
Jess?
right?
Jess, were you rattled?
I was like, what is this? What is this? It's you know what? I was the white man coming in. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And really, honestly, I followed him around. I did those things that you guys are saying don't do. I was not comfortable. Well, I don't know these people. Like I'm coming in as I don't know if I was the side piece, the main piece. I'm not sure. But I came in and I was uncomfortable. And it took me a very long time to get comfortable. So I think it's up to the individual. Sir, if you're an extrovert, go for it. If you're confident with all you've got and, take your
time.
care for, then go for it. But if you are more introverted, it's okay.
It can be overwhelming. It can be overwhelming, but
I followed him everywhere. He's going down to play basketball, all dudes. Here I am. And I know they were like, fuck, get her out of here. But I didn't know what else to do. I was just kind of like, he's all I know. So I'm going to stick with him.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up. Jess, with your scary ass. You were the last person I think would be scary like that.
He has a big ass family. It's intimidating to come into an entire family, and friends are always over there. And
it's a party. It's definitely a party.
Like I said, he wasn't bringing me like, everybody, this is my boo. This is my girl. We've been. So I was uncomfortable.
This is my friend Jessica, y'all.
Yeah, I was uncomfortable.
All right, I'm out.
I was uncomfortable. But here we are. And
we
I love his family.
together.
So, yeah.
You two are funny. All right. Well, Sir White Man, don't be a little bitch. You'll be all right. Truly unruly, y'all. Marcus Trufant, Jessica Trufant. My name is Kel. You can listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform. Of course, catch the visual on YouTube and give us a follow on all things social at Truly Unruly _podcast. And of course, catch us every Sunday on Converge. And if you want us to answer any of your emails and questions like we did for this young fellow today, email us at trulyunrulypodcast@gmail.com. All right. Until next time, y'all. Peace and much love.